Welcome to the Magazine Journalism and Production course talk. The purpose of this presentation is to tell you a little bit more about what you can expect from studying here, and crucially, what this course can offer if you're an aspiring journalist. Towards the end, I'd also like to share the thoughts of one of our current third-year students who'll soon be graduating and embarking on the first steps in her new journalism career. First of all then, this course is part of our highly regarded journalism department, which is made up of 3 BA degrees: magazine journalism, sports journalism, and journalism. While all 3 courses are very separate, there's lots of collaboration, and we've cultivated a distinct community that we're very proud of. The magazine course is fairly small, which means we get to know you really well, and also, as our current students tell us, it feels a little bit like a second family. You'll never ever just be a number here, and our successful personal tutor scheme means you'll be guided through your whole 3 years of university by a lecturer who's really got your back. As today's journalists must be skilled in everything from filming on iPhones to reporting the latest breaking news on social media, we place a firm emphasis on multimedia and digital formats. Everything we do is geared towards helping students secure a successful career in the chosen field. And we achieve that through our strong links and relationships with working journalists across every sector. Because this focus on careers is at the heart of what we do here, our magazine course is taught entirely by industry professionals. For instance, Claire, who teaches magazine design, works at Immediate Media, publisher of titles like Top Gear and all the BBC magazines. And Neil, the head of the journalism department, is basically steeped in broadcast journalism, and during his summer holidays he often works on TV shows like Country File and Inside Out. We've also got links with most of the other big publishers in the UK too, so we bring in regular guest editors and speakers. Our work here is also endorsed by a very special industry figure, Farah Storr, the editor of Elle magazine, who's our course associate and one of the most powerful figures in British media. We believe this arrangement is the first for any magazine course in the UK. And after coming on board with us last September, Farah has been dropping in to give us some inspiring talks, student feedback, and she's been awarding prizes for good work. We've even been able to join Elle magazine features meetings via the wonders of Microsoft Teams. As you can imagine, this is an incredible way for students to hear feature and cover ideas being bounced around, and to see how one of the most successful glossy magazines in the world is planned and put together. Farah is also hoping to be able to visit campus in the next few months, offer work placements and visits to the Elle offices in London as soon as she's permitted to. So, what kind of things would you study on our course? Well, over the 3 years here, you'll learn a range of key skills that will equip you to become a talented modern-day journalist. In the first year, it's about getting to grips with all the basics and the craft of journalism. Then you'll progress your skills further through each year. So you'll get to design and lay out exciting magazine spreads and covers using the industry standard Adobe suite, and you'll learn the nuts and bolts of media law. You'll also experience shooting and editing great video content using the professional cameras and kit within our media school. You'll also learn how to write every type of story and feature going, from interviewing a celebrity or local personality to writing a fashion opinion piece or an in-depth investigation. We're big on podcasting and social media creation here too, and of course you'll learn how the biggest magazines and publishers operate and make money in the digital age. By the time you get to your 3rd year, you'll be fine-tuning everything you need to get ready for the working world, and that includes a compulsory work placement element. With such a big crossover between journalism and communications, you'll learn all about PR as well, and you may choose to get involved with our campaigning and investigative journalism module as well. You'll also work as part of a team to create a magazine for a client or a real live event, sticking to deadlines and then publishing your work to a wide audience. As I mentioned, so much of what we do on this course goes beyond traditional teaching. So we have practical production days where students work on their own magazine projects, with our guidance and supervision, of course. This includes creating print and digital editions, hosting topical podcasts, running engaging social media, all of those sorts of things. Recent work has included a student mindfulness magazine, a pop culture title, and a women's magazine about relationships, as well as an indispensable guide to Cheltenham Jazz Festival. During those production days, we always strive to recreate the atmosphere of a real magazine office, and that might include students conducting fashion shoots, working to really strict deadlines, interviewing all kinds of interesting people, and trying out different magazine roles such as editor, art director, or web editor. Our students' creative work is highly thought of by those in the industry too, and their feedback is always lovely to hear. One group chose to produce an indie magazine called Birdie, which they were thrilled with. And during a visit to the campus, the editor of Suitcase magazine, Serena Guen, described the magazine as the best student magazine I've ever seen, which you can imagine they were pretty happy to hear. Outside the classroom itself, we have a very successful media festival each year, which draws some big-name guests. These have included I'm a Celebrity winner Harry Redknapp for an audience with event, and students have also had the opportunity to interview guests as part of Cheltenham Literature Festival, including Hillary Clinton and David Cameron. We also get big-name editors to take part in panels and debates, including Empire magazine's Terry White, and former students regularly come back to share their experiences and employment tips during our alumni days as well. We've got a really strong appetite for encouraging our students to network with guest editors too, and as well as having Farah Storr from Elle as our course associate, we've had some incredible guests in recent months, including editors from Cosmo, Hello Fashion, Marie Claire, GQ Online and Vice, plus Refinery 29 and Women's Health. And even we've had an editor from Snapchat. As mentioned, work placements are a key part of our course, as they not only bring students' learning to life, but also open the doors to employment and freelance roles. Here to tell you a little bit more about the opportunities she's enjoyed during her time here is our current third-year student, Rachel, who recently had a dream placement at a music magazine.
Hi, I'm Rachel and I'm a final year magazine journalism and production student at the University of Gloucestershire. I've really enjoyed my time at the university. There are so many opportunities to network and to get into the industry. During my time, I went to a lot of events during the Your Future Plan weeks that the university holds. And through there, I went to a lot of alumni events, which kind of made me realise that the industry was a lot more accessible than I thought. It was really useful to kind of see people's journeys of how they went from a student to getting into the industry. And it kind of just made me think, if they can do it, then so can I. And yeah, I think those events were really useful. And from there, I then went into a placement module in my final year. And obviously because the lecturers all are currently still in industry or have only just recently left, they have so many contacts. So from there, my personal tutor was able to find me a placement at guitar.com and Guitar Magazine, which was a dream placement of mine because I am an aspiring music journalist. And in that placement, I got to witness my first ever bylines, which was really exciting. And from there, I then went on to freelance for them, which is really cool. And we also got experience in creating a magazine for a live brief. We created the magazine for Cheltenham Jazz Festival, which was really, really cool. And there's just so many opportunities to progress and to really get yourself out there. My advice is just do something that scares you, challenge yourself and make the most of every opportunity available to you.
Expanding on university-based learning, we like to run international trips and industry visits as well. So for instance, we've enjoyed a successful journalism trip to Madrid, and industry visits have included trips to publishers, printers and outlets like the BBC. We're of course really looking forward to resuming all of these activities. After 3 years here, we aim to have you fully career ready. So our graduates have begun careers in areas such as PR, design, marketing, and they're all doing really well. One of our most recent graduates, Claudia, recently took a job as an editorial assistant at Immediate Media. And she did a talk with our second year students just recently, telling them how much her university learning has helped her in the role already. Then there's Ryan in the middle of the screen, who has his dream role working in celebrity and social media at Reach, one of the biggest newspaper publishers in the UK. And Amber's living the dream as well, interviewing celebs and producing content for the fashion label Superdry. And Kieran at the bottom of the screen has been doing brilliantly as a freelancer for all kinds of titles, and he even had his own illustration created by Metro newspaper. So that's a very brief run-through of the magazine course and what we're all about. I hope you have enjoyed this talk and like what you've heard so far. Please do get in touch if you've any further questions, and do give the course pages a follow on social media as well. Thanks very much for watching, and we hope to see you here at the University of Gloucestershire in the very near future.